Palestine, a land told throughout history and nourished by nature. Behind this beauty lies a hidden war waged by the Israeli occupation forces. A war on water, on air, on soil, and on the right to exist. Here, geography is inseparable from history, and the people cannot be uprooted from their land except by force. In the West Bank, the lifeline of the land has been weaponized, turned into a tool of control and oppression, as a part of a systematic attempt to sever the bond between the people and their land, between the farmer and his field, between the spring and its village. The apartheid wall doesn't only divide people, it separates life from its sources and the wildlife from its natural habitats. Israel seizes and controls over 85% of the Palestinian water resources, leaving our villages thirsty and fields groaning. In some areas, Palestinians receive only around 88 liters of water per day, while settlers enjoy 3 times that amount, a disparity justified only by the logic of occupation. In 2024 and up to the first quarter of 2025, Israel confiscated more than 46,752 dunams of West Bank land as a part of a systematic and ongoing settlement plan. During the same year, 607 environmental violations were recorded. Over 60,000 tons of electronic waste are smuggled annually into West Bank territory, where it is burned to extract copper, contaminating the soil and air. More than 40 million cubic meters of untreated sewage from about 50 Israeli settlements have been discharged into Palestinian agricultural lands and valleys. The settlements are devouring hills and valleys, swallowing thousands of dunams of farmland and nature reserves. Even the ancient olive tree, a symbol of Palestinian resilience, has not been spared from uprooting. Industrial settlements' waste is dumped into the valleys, polluting streams and poisoning groundwater sources. This is no coincidence. These settlements produce around 6 million metric tons of carbon dioxide, equivalent annually 140% more than the combined emissions of populations in West Bank and Gaza. It is a slow suffocation, beginning with the soil and reaching the air we breathe. Since the beginning of 2025, ongoing Israeli aggression in the northern of West Bank has caused severe damage to infrastructure. According to the Palestinian Environment Quality Authority and international reports, about 17 kilometers of sewage networks and around 37 kilometers of water pipes have been damaged in Jenin, Tulkarem, and Nur Shams camps. In Tubas Governorate, over 4 kilometers of water and sewage infrastructure have been affected. Random waste dumps are widespread in the West Bank, with an estimated 98 such sites. They are primarily concentrated in Area C, which is under the control of the Israeli occupation authorities. There is no oversight over the types of waste being buried, and the Israeli occupation attempts to smuggle both regular and hazardous waste in our lands. Some waste trucks cross the Green Line and Israeli checkpoints, dumps their loads in areas where Palestinian monitoring and follow-up are difficult. This poses a serious threat to our environment and public health. As a result of war, extermination, and environmental crime in the Gaza Strip, Israel has dropped over 100,000 tons of explosives and bombs, leaving behind toxic pollutants that will scar the environment for decades. The scene has turned into an open laboratory of environmental destruction. Over 78% of population is at risk of health hazards due to the spread of rodents, insects, and epidemics caused by untreated wastewater overflow. More than 500,000 tons of solid waste has accumulated without any management, alongside 50 million tons of rubble, much of it contaminated with hazardous substances such as asbestos and medical waste. Over 330,000 linear metric of water networks have been destroyed. More than 80% of water stations have been damaged or destroyed, and 85% of wastewater pumping stations are out of service. Around 650,000 linear meters of sewage networks have been damaged, leading to an almost total collapse of the environmental infrastructure. By March 30, 2025, 81% of agricultural land had been damaged. These are not collateral damages. They are part of a systematic environmental genocide, a crime against both the land and its people. A potential radiation threat, chemical toxin leaking into the air and soil, endangering future generations, and posing risks that extend across the Eastern Mediterranean. This goes beyond numbers. What Israel is committing is a dual genocide against both humanity and nature. It is a flagrant violation of the Geneva Conventions, international law, and environmental protection charters. The Palestinian environment is a matter of life and justice. When the environment is attacked, humanity is targeted at its core. Protecting the Palestinian environment is a moral call that transcends geography and speaks to the conscience of the world. The environment knows no borders, and protecting our environment is an integral part of protecting the global environment.